Last year, you'll remember this, a Rochester bank was robbed twice in 2 days, and the aftermath of that second robbery caught live on our TV cameras. Now the suspect in that case is being sentenced. We'll have that story for you first, though. Tonight, testimony continues today in Mitchell County. That's where Nicholas Lenz is accused of kidnapping and beating and abusing his former girlfriend. And for more information on how to secure your network, head to KIMT.com. A couple other tips from me. You did not win an overseas lottery, and you don't know any Nigerian princes.
Yes, good tips, yes.
To keep those in mind, you'll be a little safer anyway. But 20% less than a huge number.
Yes.
Still a lot of people. 66 million watched the two battle it out last night. First, though, tonight, one person is dead after a head-on crash this afternoon in North Iowa. It happened west of Fertile at the intersection of Highway 9 and Balsam Avenue. Authorities say one driver was killed. The other vehicle was driven by a woman with her 2 children inside. Well, it was thought to be a very serious situation this morning on a local school campus after a caller to police said a gunman was holding a teacher hostage.
So that's a good thing.
It's been a while. It had a few showers, and I think some more are to come. Meteorologist Brandon Libby is in the Storm Team 3 Forecast Center. We just need to really avoid those super soakers that we had. Well, this week in our analysis of the presidential campaign, we are coming up on the second presidential debate. And of course, there are going to be days and days of analysis to come on that. We thought this might be a good time to look at some of the bigger issues because barring an extremely large surprise, one of these two will be president come January. Now, what does that look like for the nation? And it doesn't seem to matter so much even who the nominees are. It seems that no matter who became the nominee, this is the situation that we're in right now, this constant battle back and forth. Now, you could argue that somebody like John Kasich made the case that we all need to come together, and that only got him so far. Is that even a message that people want to hear right now? Property crimes, things like break-ins, vandalism, and theft are dropping across the country, according to the FBI. But locally, victims of those crimes tell a different story. Mason City police are investigating more bicycle thefts at this point this year than they did all of last year. Police believe many of those are taken to help pay for drugs. Then there's this case, also in Mason City. The owners of Young Construction say they lost between $20,000 and $30,000 worth of tools and equipment in a break-in that happened sometime between Friday night and Saturday morning. In fact, they're still trying to get a good handle on all they've lost. The thieves, they say, broke into the building and the trucks parked there. A call for help leads to a lake rescue today in Albert Lea. Police were called to Fountain Lake this evening around 6:30 to look into an overturned sailboat and a man in the water yelling for help. A kayaker, Jackie Karstens of Albert Lea, paddled out to the 54-year-old man so he could then hold on to her boat and she could paddle him back to shore. Paramedics were waiting on shore. Iowa investigators believe they have a case of murder-suicide east of Des Moines. 2 bodies were found inside a Prairie City home after somebody heard a violent argument around 4 this morning. 1 person was found in the home, 1 in the garage. Details of their deaths aren't released yet. Their names haven't been released either. Well, this is debate night with Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump facing off in round 2. And Trump is making sure he's not the only one being accused of lewd conduct with women. Tonight he held a news conference before the debate, and he was joined by women who have accused Bill Clinton of mistreatment, even sexual assault over the years, and accused Hillary Clinton of covering it up and threatening them. And it appears to be in response to the decade-old video that surfaced Friday that showed Donald Trump using rough language about women. And that appeared to be the last straw for Minnesota's largest newspaper. In an editorial posted Saturday, the newspaper calls Trump's comments vulgar and calls on him to relinquish his nomination. Meanwhile, many elected Republicans have come forward this weekend to say they can't support him anymore either. On Twitter, Trump called them self-righteous hypocrites. Today, 2 schools in southern Minnesota were temporarily placed on lockdown after reported threats. We'll begin in Rochester, where police say even though no one was ever in any danger, 1 person is now facing charges. KIMT News 3's Dee Dee Steepen is live outside the school where this incident took place. Several weeks after severe flooding impacted much of our area, recovery efforts are moving forward. In Freeborn County, local leaders are meeting with teams from the Department of Public Safety and Homeland Security and FEMA. They are doing some damage assessments for public infrastructure to try to secure federal financial aid. Fortunately, the floodwaters have gone down for the most part, and we haven't had much of a threat of flooding since that happened.
Yeah, that's right.
I cannot believe we're talking about freezing tonight.
Oh, I know.